is the Greek Podcast. Of course, we're at New York Prime. This is the place to be for any occasion. Father's Day, Mother's Day. Just get a divorce. You're happy? You want to celebrate? New York Prime. This is the place. We're always brought to you by Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
It is the summer of minis.
There it is. And my guest host today, nice to stop by, Chris, who is a life coach. So nice you take your time. Ready, we have some crab meat. We got a steak on order. What else could you want at New York Prime? It is the best place. One of my favorite spots. It's like a bad Super Bowl. This is where I got married, so I'll never forget this place. So Chris, tell me about being a life coach. What does it really mean? How do you do it? How did you get involved in it? What do you have more clients that are men or women? What's the rundown?
In life, generally, everybody wants to live a healthy life. They want to live long. They, want to prosper.
Live long, I don't know. Depends on a week. Sometimes you're like, no, I don't want to live long.
I don't live at all. Sometimes people get stuck and they need help with weight loss, meal plans, or just life in general. People get depressed, they get anxious, and don't want to run to a doctor to get medicine. So there's a lot of other great ways and benefits that health and fitness and meditation and all that tie in to help people grow mentally, physically, spiritually in a positive direction.
Now, does the person have to do all of this to get the result that they want? Do they have to do, like you said, the fitness, eat right, talk to you? You're trying to make them feel better. Because again, I think a lot of people are going to a life coach, like Gamblers Anonymous. Nobody's going to Gamblers Anonymous when they're winning. They don't walk in and go, won 30,000 last week. Got a problem. I don't think so.
Of course. Generally, people will get to a lull or a low point of their life where something tragic will happen or, something significant to make them want to change. Like you said, no one will go when they're winning. So it's generally when they're down. Or people will just wake up one day and be sick and tired of being sick and tired and say, I have to do something different. This routine is sucking the life out of me. What can I do to change? And it varies, both men, women, young, all different ages. Everything you can imagine. A lot of my ex-clients, from a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago, were like gastric bypass and lap band surgery, people that have been through, and that's traumatic.
Sure.
That's like gaining excessive weight and then having to lose the excessive weight and
depression.
A lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. So along with just the fitness is like a small part of it. I think the biggest part for me is mental, self-love, self-care, really like tuning, fine-tuning everything inside, because the outside is just the outside. It's superficial. If your inside is ugly, then
that's it.
It's gonna shine through either way.
All right. So two things. Do you think a life coach has the same stigma as a therapist? Like people don't like to admit they have a life coach. And for you, how long does it take you to gauge somebody and know their rhythms and their strengths? And is it 6 months, 3 months? You know what I mean? Like where you know right away, hey, this is this hot button.
You could
for me, it's money.
Money. You could tell right away within a week of a person's how their reactions, excuses, routines. If someone is all in it and they're going strong and they're really dedicated and motivated.
Yeah.
And then maybe 4 weeks in, it'll start to trickle off because people want quick fix. They want results immediately.
Yeah.
They want to look good. They want to feel good. It's how can I cheat and get any kind of shortcut to make this life happen, make it better, make it
So
work.
When you sit down with somebody, is there a goal? Like say
Always.
monetarily, they'll say,
list of goals.
I make 10 apples a week. I want to make 15.
A list of goals.
Yeah, and you sit there and look at them and you say, hey, this is how long it'll take.
Yeah,
if you do what I tell you.
roundabout. Yeah, I'm not a psychic, and I'm not like a, I can't just magically make it happen for someone because I can't control anyone. I can only give them the steps and the tools.
Yeah, make them bring them to water they got to drink.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't want to drink. A lot of people self-sabotage. That's another horrible thing about.
How has social media helped your job or hurt your job? Because I would think years ago you went to a life coach therapist, you sat down with him, talked to him, hey, I'll see you next week. Do people reach out to you a lot more?
Things
like
are
text
totally
you, call you?
different. I mean, completely different. Instead of sitting with someone or meeting at a place, FaceTime, Skype, there are so many different outlets or avenues when it comes to social media. it will catapult you if you use it properly. And
Do you ever put up a boundary like, hey, this is too much? Like, say somebody
what do you
texts you 10 times a week. 10 times, hey, what do you think about this?
Oh no, there's time for work, and then my time is precious. Life is precious. My time is my time. Work is work, and then there's a divide. Period.
So they give you a rundown of every day, like what happens. Like, hey, today I met my boss, didn't go well, and then you
Some.
Yeah. Do you then regroup with them and say, hey, why didn't that meeting go well? So this is very much you're involved in them. I mean, and monetarily, they have to have the money to do this.
It's a lot. It's a lot on both ends for the people. It's a lot of work. It could be a lot of money. I don't bang people over the head. I actually just want people to live a better life, because I once was sad and depressed and had anxiety, and I didn't know what to do, and I've just felt kind of lost. And fitness.
A lot of people I work with are like that. Kidding. Kidding.
You want to do things that make you feel good.
Well, a lot of people go through any kind of problem and they seem to spin it. You see a lot of celebrities, ball players, God forbid somebody gets sick in their family, they open up a charity, they do different things because it affects them.
Of course.
So like you said, yeah, you were in a bad spot at one time. We all go through ups and downs. And then you're like, well, how do I get help? What do I do?
Of course.
And how long is your average client, when you say, like a life coach? It's not for life.
Oh my gosh. There's some people that I still speak with from 12 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Not on a daily, but at least twice a month we'll reach out. This is what's going on. This is my success. These are the great things I've achieved. I've moved on. I got a promotion. I got a divorce. I got married. I'm having a child. I lost all that weight so I could have a child. It's honestly 9 times out of 10 it is all positive, which is really good to hear, because that means
but that's rare.
people are moving in the right
Sure,
direction.
it's rare.
You just have to want it, period. That's it. You have
gotta
to
be ready.
really want it. And that's
Who's easier to handle, men or women, when it comes to change?
women.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, shocker.
Men think they know everything. No, I'm kidding.
See, and I think women think they know everything.
We do. No, a lot of times men will be a little more reserved, because it's hard for a man to admit, I feel insecure about my body. I feel I don't make enough money. All these things, because men and women actually want to be, superior, macho. We make great money and we do all these amazing things and have all the achievements. But you have to be, like I was saying earlier, you got to be true to yourself. That's where the whole meditation and stuff come in, because if you're not true, then it starts to tarnish inside and it will come out.
Paul McCartney last week was on 60 Minutes. Paul McCartney, let's not forget who he is. The Beatle, icon, Sir Paul. He goes, everybody's got insecurities.
Everybody.
We all do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the whole yoga thing, you see a lot of athletes, some football players, basketball players who take that. Has that helped your business? Are you seeing more guys in your classes and stuff?
It is more majority men in the classes than women.
Now, you teach class locally?
I do.
Where do you teach?
Enters the Exchange in Boca Raton.
Send us a check, bro. Do the right thing.
It's an amazing studio, really. There's HIIT training, interval training, vinyasa, all different kinds of yoga classes for beginners, for masters. It's literally for everybody, which I like, because it's an intimidating thing to go into a new studio or meet with a new life coach and just not know.
Oh yeah.
And I was there, and everybody has been there. It's just a very intimidating thing.
When you don't know anybody anywhere, it could be a party you walk into. We have a couple new employees. Every time somebody comes in, I think about my first day.
Of course.
I go up to them, I go, hey, I'm Greek. I keep the lights on. I'm a big star. Chop, chop, chop. This is what I do.
I know. I try to do the same thing. I try to make them feel comfortable. I make jokes. I let them know that we all start somewhere, and this is the beginning of really something amazing if you want it to be. And I try my hardest to joke around and make them feel good.
Sure, that's your job.
That's the whole point.
Now you have a couple degrees, correct?
I have 2 masters.
Wow. In what?
My first is in literacy K through 12. I was an elementary school teacher for almost 10 years. And my second was in psychology.
Wow.
I did my undergrad, I minored in psychology. So I was thinking about maybe guidance, counsel, something like that, administration in the future. So I just went ahead and,
So when you're meeting people, are you sizing them up all the time? Like with your psych degree?
Not at all.
No?
No.
People you date, stuff like that? You're not saying, oh, this guy's a drama, this girl's got a headache?
No, I mean, if that was the case,
No? You would have been in a lot of your situations. You would have took your own advice.
I mean, but no, I don't. We all judge. We're people, right?
Yeah.
It's a thing that unfortunately we all do, but I try really hard to just
Look at it straight.
Yeah.
Generic.
Yeah, because
I don't. I judge. I judge.
you never know. You never know what someone's going through.
Yep.
You'll
not
always
worth it.
have to take that into consideration. But a bad person is a bad person, and that's unfortunate. We come through that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
often.
why I always tell people when you're driving, you get mad, don't even worry about it. You don't know who gets out of the car, has got a piece, is having a bad day.
I know. Last week,
It's not worth it.
Please.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Just worry about yourself. This is the Greek Podcast. We're at New York Prime. Special guest today, Chris. She is a life coach. She teaches yoga, fitness. I mean, you do it all. Now, when you're dating somebody, do you try to bring your element of your life into them, or
Absolutely.
You do?
It's healthy. It's good. It's healthy
Now,
in
suppose
every
they don't
sense of
respond.
the word. They're not going to always respond. Not everybody wants to run on a treadmill or lift weights or do yoga or meditate. It's not for everybody. I could only, again, like you said, I can lead you to the water. I'm not going to force your head in to drink it. But I try my best to, give that positive energy.
So would that
everywhere
push you
I can.
away if the person didn't want to jump into what you were trying to tell them? Look at this. New York probably gets steak all the time. Yeah. Can't beat it.
Can't. If the person is doing something that's negatively affecting my life, then yeah,
Really?
that's a problem.
Yeah, then you would say, hey, I think we need to make this move.
Correct.
And if you don't see them buying booking, are you leaving? Have you ever dated one of your students? Or, people,
Never mix.
See, I would never do that.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
No.
you got to do that. Thank you very much.
Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody's different, but that's just not. That's not
Not a good
what
thing.
I'm into, and I just don't think it's good.
It's healthy for business.
Yeah, it's a professional
Environment.
Yeah, you have to remember that. It's not just fun and games because you're lifting weights and sweating, and
Yeah.
it could be sexy and it could be sexual, definitely, but
You try to keep it generic.
can't mix.
Alex, my guy behind the scenes, tech, does everything for me, film. He's laughing a little because he's saying, hey, then what's the sense? I am right. It is the Greek Podcast. We are live at New York Prime. Remember, you can enjoy meals like this. Great steak, crab meat. We got it all. New York Prime is the place to be. For any day that ends in Y, stop by New York Prime. And Brayman Motor Cars will make your next experience of buying a car a great one. And you want to feel like a winner when you buy a car. Remember, West Palm and Jupiter. And what is it the summer of?
Minis.
That's right. Take advantage. We'll be back. We're going to try some steak. And then we're going to talk to Chris about the first time she met me and what she thought. And I'm sure you will not be shocked. In the Greek Zone. No, the Greek Podcast. Sorry, I'm doing too much. Peace.
Come experience Brayman Mini. From fun, cool Mini Coopers to Club Brayman events, from the racetrack to parties at our theater. Join the fun at Brayman Mini.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraymanSummerOfMini.com.
I'm Catherine, and this is my Mini. The S version is stylish and super speedy. The sound system is great. It's my third Mini Cooper from Brayman, so you know it's a good car.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraymanSummerOfMini.com.
It is a great podcast. We are at New York Prime. That's right, my favorite place. Steak's so good here, the cows are outside. Every time I walk in, there's a cow. I'm like, moo, wants to get inside. That means it's good. We're enjoying the steak, and I'm with Chris, life coach, who happens to join me today. We are sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. And it's summertime. What kind of summer is it?
Summer of Minis.
That's right. Take advantage. So Chris is going to explain about how she met me in South Florida, and her first thought process of me, or what she was really gauging me on. And you will not probably be surprised, but I am. Go ahead.
I was new to South Florida. I really didn't know anybody. I was getting acclimated still. And I met Greek, but Greek was, like a busybody, always laughing and joking. He, was always making everybody laugh and was the
I'm an entertainer.
was the center of attention. And we just didn't talk much. He was always wearing a New York Yankees hat. I'm from New York, so I assumed, oh, this guy's probably from New York. But I was very intimidated by
Which
you.
is, yeah, there's
I'm I don't get intimidated, but you intimidated me.
I'm a big
just not
star.
sure
That's why.
why.
It happens.
Big star is
I'm
right.
big, huge. That's why. I'm in my circle doing my thing. And again, I never try to come across that way. But sometimes if you're quiet, some people say, oh, you're snotty or whatever. But again, we became friends, and that's what the good thing is.
Oh, you're the nicest, caring man. I mean, always got jokes, funny, doesn't shut his mouth sometimes, but he has a heart of gold. And, you know, it takes a minute to get through all
Huge
that.
heart. Huge. Feel bad for me, people. So we have a little bit of a background. Chris knows that I like to gamble once in a while. Nothing
Once in
crazy.
a while.
And
Just every day.
just a little here and there. She would always ask me, like, what team do you have? What are you doing? And I would always give it a rundown of who I had and what went on. And I know a lot of times you were intrigued with that.
Always. I was
And-
like, how do you know? Do you have someone telling you, like, who's going to win and who's going to score points? And, like, how do you know?
And she didn't know me yet, so I didn't tell her, like, hey, I'm a big loser. That's how I know. How do I know? I don't know. If I knew, I'd be in Monte Carlo with Halle Berry eating grapes on a raft. You had no clue. Yeah, she's looking at me like, how do you know? How do you know? I'm like, how do I know what? How to lose?
Because it was like every time I was seeing him, he was always winning. All the guys were like, oh, yeah. Like, it was like some big deal. Like, he was like this, like,
Hot streak.
mega gambler,
Yeah.
but always winning, which is, like, the
Rare.
best. Yeah, it's very rare. It's very,
Guys, it's an
Good for
ego
a
thing, too.
gambler.
A guy likes to say, hey, I like that team. It's going to win. You feel good about it. Anybody, I've never met a gambler who's up for life. I'm no different. I've always told the truth. Of
course.
I've been down. I mean,
Oh, you know what? You actually told me once about gambling with casinos and stuff like that. You said you never win. The house,
the house always wins.
the house. No, the house. You hold the money for a little while, but
And then
the
they
house
take it.
always wins.
Yeah. So casinos
Yeah.
casinos are like women. You're going to lose either way. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
sometimes
that
you lose
stuck with
more.
me.
Sometimes you lose less. I've always had a good time. I've been lucky enough to bring it into my career and what I do, which is awesome. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to lose. You're going to. And the bigger room they give you at a higher floor, the bigger the loser you are.
The more money you're going.
That's
to
right. I stay in the penthouse at the
lose.
Wynn, so what does that tell you? I'm a loser. That's what it's about. So what do you like as far as, like, do you follow anybody? Are you into social media? I know you do a lot of videos when people
Oh, yeah.
work out.
On Instagram, I use both Facebook and Instagram. I love Facebook. Facebook's more for like business. I feel like it was, you know, back a long time ago in like 2001.
Yeah.
It was for like college people, and then it became like, you know, families. That
Now, do
are
you
far
follow
away.
anybody?
What celebrities?
Yeah, anybody you follow?
Who do I follow?
Nick Woods, New York Prime.
Nick Wood, yeah. No, I like some of the Kardashians, and who else? I like Khloe. I like Khloe because she
Gets screwed a lot?
No, she found herself and she got fit and she looks better than all of them now.
Yeah.
And she made that body.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she's, you know, has plastic surgery and stuff.
Of course. Drugs,
Probably, no.
diet
But-
pills.
No, but she did the thing and she looks.
Don't you feel bad for Khloe? Because she always, if I ever sit down with Khloe, I'd be, Khloe, sit down. I feel bad for her. I just do. She's like, I would give her $20, even though she's worth $18.5 billion. I feel bad for her. She's always getting screwed. Her guys are always cheating on her.
Well-
Stop hating NBA players.
Yeah, that's her. That's, you know, they all have a
That's their thing.
type.
Yeah, that's hype.
And that type is not good.
Now, I have Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga to get together by the end of the year. Ooh, come on, 11-1.
I would like to get together with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. Don't get involved. Don't ruin my bet.
Please.
Don't ruin my bet. Do you
Please.
think I got a shot to win that bet?
I mean, yeah, I think they're together. Like, that's the thing. Like right now.
Did you see A Star Is Born?
Of course.
Did you like it?
I cried.
You cried.
Oh my God. I'm an emotional person, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
You cried at the end because he passed away?
Oh, I cried in the middle of it. He was a mess. I knew he was gonna die.
She was like his life coach,
Yes.
in a way.
She tried really hard, but
Yeah.
there was no saving him. Yeah, it was sad. It was really sad. But that it was intense. That's like good acting, you know, when you really feel it.
That's what
deep
she said.
down
My
inside.
role
like you feel it.
Is to make you believe it. I do that every day on the radio. I make you believe I'm a
Goodness.
radio personality. And I'm far from anything. Actually, I do aluminum siding Tuesday, Thursday from 8 to 10. And I lay
Aluminum siding.
motion, stuff like that. No, Lady Gaga and Cooper were crazy. And then at the Academy Awards, I thought the Academy Awards I felt bad because his girlfriend was there and you ended up breaking up. And, you know, they had that
Life
scene.
happens. That's the way it goes. Look at
You
Angelina
wouldn't-
Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
and
look at
Jennifer
what she
Aniston.
did. Yeah.
They were married, happy, the most beautiful couple in the world, and then boom, the
Yeah,
little dark
she
angel.
was was a snake.
She was a snake.
That's why.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's
she
right.
Snaked right in.
And now look at him. He ended up getting divorced.
Again,
Yeah.
divorced.
That's why a lot of times,
With
you know,
20 kids adopted
oh
from
my
all over the
God.
world.
They should have adopted me. They should have
Please.
paid my American Express bill. I want to adopt kids. They're getting kids from all over the country.
All
Take
of
care of G-Man. Get me. Brad, call me. We'll do Ocean's 18. Me and you.
Oh my God, that would be great.
The hell with all those kids. Take care of me.
Forget George Clooney.
Jennifer
Great.
Aniston, she's another one. Greek, billionaire. I always feel bad for her.
I know.
Every time she gets involved with a guy.
Can't catch a break.
Yeah, she breaks up. They cheat on her.
She needs a life coach.
Yeah, she needs more than a life coach.
You know what I read today? This morning, funny you say, she makes her assistant walk around with a huge fan and fan her off at all times during filming.
Oh, because she doesn't look like she's sweating.
She doesn't want an ounce of sweat. So this poor guy sweating.
But he's getting paid.
Yes, well, yeah, I'm sure he's getting paid.
Is she drinking smart water?
Who wants to carry around a fan all day? I
When
don't
you're
know.
assistant, they tell you, hey, you're getting 100,000. This is what you
If
do.
you're that rich, go sit in an air-conditioned room, and when you're called, and you go
I
act.
know, but they
I
want
don't know.
assistants. They got people doing everything. If you were like, say you hit the lottery,
Yes.
what's the one thing you would change?
What's the one thing I would change?
Or what's the one thing you would do?
Oh, I don't know. I would buy
Would you buy a
lot
big
of real
house?
estate.
Yeah?
A lot of it.
Yeah?
But all over.
All over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you get your own private jet?
No.
No.
That's excessive.
No.
I've always lived within my means. I think that's...
Would you get a triple black Bentley like our friend Norm? Norm with a shout out.
That thing is a convertible. He looks good in it, though. It's good. God bless him. He's happy.
I love
him
Norm.
live. Let him
Norm
live.
is my man. I wish he was my grandfather. Forget about
I
it.
know, he is. He's a good man.
So you wouldn't do that? You wouldn't get a big fat... Would you get a fat ride?
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
probably get a few nice cars just because. But like I said, it's
What's your dream car? Bentley?
my dream car. Again, I live within my means. I would like a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce.
It's nice. Mercedes, Rolls. I don't like Rolls Royce. Too like they see you coming. I'm a little.
If I had children, I would like a Rolls Royce because they're huge. The seats are like huge.
Oh, they're like back rooms of a house.
Literally, it's like a bed. It's insane. A friend of mine from New York had one, and all of us girls would go into New York City.
Yeah.
And it was like you could fit like 6-7 people in the car. It was insane.
Now, when people come to Florida, people always ask them, obviously, do you miss New York?
Of course,
Yeah. What do you miss?
my friends, my father,
That's right. You have a great relationship with your dad. You told me that. He used to be a police officer.
detective
Yeah. Right.
in New York City, 24 years. Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
So was he okay with you moving down, or was he worried?
He has a lot of property in Florida on the other coast, and is here every month. So it honestly helped.
Oh, good.
When I put my house up for sale and it sold, that was the deciding factor. If it sells quick, then go.
So you used to teach little kids.
Elementary grades 1 through 6. I
Wow.
taught the 3rd and the 4th grade.
Man, that'd be drama. That's
No,
gotta be.
it was amazing. It's,
Really?
Yeah, it's rewarding. You're teaching kids how to read and write.
Rewarding is when your number comes out in a roulette wheel. Rewarding is when your horse comes out of
rewarding.
Gulfstream 35-1. Rewarding is when you have the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
You want to talk about rewarding really quick? The first time I gambled in Las Vegas, I was 22 years old. I didn't know really much about roulette.
Still don't.
My birthday is the 21st, and I took $200 and put it on 21, and it hit.
$7,000.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was I almost had a heart attack.
Wow.
It was intense. I was 22. I was a kid.
Wow, that's amazing. Special shout out to my friend Alan Waxman. Had a birthday last week. Alan, love you.
Alan, I
Gave
love
you a
you.
gift, Alan. You didn't respond. What is wrong with you? Are you a school buddy, Alan? Are you kidding me? I give you a gift and you don't respond?
A school
Oh
buddy.
my God.
I love Alan.
Love it. It is the Greek Podcast. We're so nice of you to stop by today, Chris.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Don't forget, Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach and Jupiter. It's the summer of minis. Make it happen, baby, because buying a car should be a great experience. It is at Brayman. New York Prime, I would not be at any other place unless they paid me more. Just kidding. New York Prime, it is the place to be. My boy Nick Woods runs the place into the ground, but it is a great place. Love the steak. Love everything. Love you guys. Real Radio. Don't forget Rover. You got the Penthouse, Johnny C, Francis, and that other guy, unfortunately. Love Doctors. Don't forget about the Docs, the Locker Room. We are the home of the Gators. That's coming up August 24th. The Gators take on the Canes, and we are at home of the NFL Network. See you guys soon on the radio. Always appreciate you watching. And if you're watching this, you have absolutely nothing going on in your life. And neither do I. Peace. God bless.
I'm Liv, and I live in my Mini. The Mini Cooper is the perfect car for me. The tech package is amazing. I wanted a car that's quick and cute.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraemanSummerOfMini.com.
I'm Annie, and this is my Mini. My Mini's got Bluetooth, a great sound system, backup camera, everything I need. Sometimes I just stare at it. It's got a cool factor.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraemanSummerOfMini.com.